Okay, I'm gonna try another thing here. See if this will give me what I'm after. So I'm going to dip yeah, that's closer. So I'm just going to do this. And the idea is that I get some galvanized metal type look. It's hard because of the lighting, but anyway, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it to the stem too. Haven't decided yet if I'll do this side because, yeah, probably. But I'm just going to do that. So these are just cotton swabs tied and dipped in both the cream and silver paint. So I'm just going to cover the whole pumpkin like that and be back when I'm ready to show the other thing, the other idea. Okay, so after I trimmed it and added this stem to it, like I put a stem like I've been showing you, and then I thought it wasn't big enough, so I wrapped another piece of cardboard around, and then I let it dry, and I kind of like the stem, and I kind of like it a little bit better today. I'm still not loving it, but it's okay, I guess. And I'm undecided whether to paint it or not. I'm thinking about just leaving it. Okay, so I just made these two. I'm going to have to let them dry under something heavy for overnight again, but I've already made their stems, and so I just made it the same way. I made myself a new pattern for this small one on a piece of cereal box, and I'll show you when I can what I plan on doing with this. But before I do that, I'm going to cut, and I purposely waited until I glued it all up together and stuff for this one, because this one's gonna be a little bit different and stuff. So I'm going to cut. I suppose I still could have done it before putting it together, but so basically I'm just making indents in here, and yeah, I won't be able to show you the finished project until tomorrow, but but I'm just going to do this to the rest of the face, and I'll be back with another different project. Okay, so next I'm going to start with this for one of these, just for the general size. And you probably can't really see what I'm doing. Right, you can't really see. Okay, so basically I just traced around that for size, like I just said. And I'm just going to keep trying to do this until I'm happy with what I see, and then I'll be okay. So I made myself patterns again on cereal box to make it easier to trace around. Traced around it on pieces of cardboard and several times, and am assembling it now. I made 2 different types. And so this one started out basically with the pumpkin shape, but then I prefer rounded shapes to square ones, and those are kind of square in a way. But you could just use the pumpkin shape and just put a ghost face on it, paint it white, and be done. But I made it this way. And while I'm assembling it here, I put a piece of white paper to hide, because that side of the cardboard had stuff like that on it, and that part of it's gonna show, so sort of. So I just put a piece of white paper there to hide, and now I'm just assembling. And of course I will put this under something heavy to dry overnight, and then we'll continue on tomorrow. Okay, and I'm hoping that I'm right, but I mean I can always make it bigger if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that mouth is going to be big enough to put the little light thingy inside and bring it out again fairly easily. Okay, and so when the glue part is dry, I will paint him white. But for now, that's what I've got. And while I was working on him, the insides to make the box-like thing, I think these will make an adorable ghost as well. So I'm just going to glue these together and do that. I'll just put an extra coat of, I'll put gesso on top first or something on this to make it white. That'll be the back. So anyway, this one almost looks like a mermaid. It's supposed to be a ghost. I don't know why, but I find it really difficult to make a nice looking ghost. It took several tries to get to this one, and I'm not sure, I'm not convinced that I like it. But I went with it because I was getting fed up with wasting my papers and stuff. But anyway. Looks like, I think I'm going to put an elastic band there so that hopefully it'll kind of squeeze that together so that it's more compacted. Put another one. That won't help. So that it tapers here, if I can get this on, is what I'm trying to say. I suppose I could do that with the hands too. Put one there. Don't break. Don't break. Okay. Now, you are supposed to stand. Okay, you do. At least on that one. I'm not sure about this one. see how that works out. Good. Got the clumsies today. That'll do it for today, I think. Okay, so he's glued together. And I can't decide, because I kind of like the look of this. Okay, the battery died again. So I can't decide, because I like the look of this. Kind of looks like an adorable Muppet frog or something. I kind of like the idea of having one big eye, one smaller eye. But I can't really figure out where to place them if I do this. That might work. Or I could put them on there. This is hard to show. Could do that. And I haven't decided. So I think I'm kind of done for today, because I can't seem to make decisions and stuff anymore. But if you had that fake fur stuff that you use to make teddy bears or whatever, you could cover him with that, and that would be adorable. I don't have that. I kind of wish I did. See, something kind of like that stuff. That would be cool. There we go. So, you know, that stuff were all the way around. That would be neat. I think what I'm probably going to use is this. It's a pair of pants that they're completely worn out in some areas that that you really don't want to, because yeah, next thing you know there'd be a hole in it. Anyway, point is that it's a pair of pants that I'm allowed to, it's okay for me to cut up and use. So I might cover him with that and use other bits for other projects. But like I said, I haven't decided yet, so I think I'll tackle him tomorrow. Okay, so I probably should have taken these off before starting the recording, but these are pretty. I like the bright cheerfulness, the colorfulness of these ties, and I like the way they look when they're on there, and sometimes I'm tempted to leave them on. Oh, that one broke. But I really love this stem. I made it extra long and twisted it while it was still wet, and used an extra rubber band to help it to stay twisted a little bit better. And so yeah, I love it. Okay, so the plan for these two little ones is this. It's Venture tape. Anyway, basically it's silver tape, and it's sort of it's foil tape basically, and it kind of you can sort of mold it. It's really cool stuff. I'm almost out of it and I want another roll, but I don't know where I got this roll. I don't remember. And so I don't know when I'll be able to replace it. But it's like strong tin foil or a thin sheet of metal, and it's anyway, it's just really cool stuff. I love it. I'm sure I got it at a home, like a Home Depot or Canadian Tire or someplace like that. Oops. Okay, I want to avoid that. I'll just put in another piece on there. A tiny little piece. Okay, so I'm going to continue covering it. I'll cover the other one too. And I'll be back. Okay, so covering the stem is a bit challenging, but it's doable. So for some added detail, I'm going to use my fingernail, my thumbnail, and just make, probably can't see it because of glare and bad lighting and stuff, but just make lines. I did a bad job of it, but maybe I'll do better on this one. Yeah, this side's a little bit better. So okay, and so this guy looks like this. And I'm going to try something. So this is black acrylic paint. And I should have had that ready before I started this, but piece of paper towel. I'm going to leave it on there for a few seconds though before I do the paper towel part. Okay, I'm going to call this one finished. I'm going to let it dry and do the same thing to this one. But this one is simpler, so should take less time, except for the stem. So yeah, this is a bit messy, but I think it's worth doing.
And my paint is
Kind of getting old and whatever, so this works better if your paint is in better shape. And if you let it dry too much, you can put a little bit of water on your thing, paper towel. I think I'm going to do something to this one, an extra step. Basically the same thing, but there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with copper paint. It's acrylic paint too. Probably won't really see this much, but and this one I'm going to put only on the pumpkin part, not the stem. I was gonna wipe some of it off like I did. Well, I have enough paint out. Let me see what happens. Yeah. Okay, I will. Because most of it is staying on there, so. Okay, I'm going to call that one done. I love this area here. That's cool. Maybe I should do the stem just so it'll match.